They'll roll him out right. Johnson's got it complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Play action here with Dalton. Being chased out left. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Throwing, Dalton. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Well, Zadarius Smith there getting in and bringing him to the ground. They'll make that a 2nd sack here on their first drive out defensively. And not to get ahead of ourselves, but they're on pace for double-digit sacks at this point.
Well, they're going to have to find a way to tamp that down, aren't they? So if you're the play caller, you're telling your quarterback maybe some screens, maybe some draws, hard count, use your voice inflection a little bit, anything to try and slow that pressure down.
And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. And Dalton to throw. And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, New Orleans. Chris Olave, 72 yards. And the Saints have moved out in front. Well, they said that they wanted to get him involved early, and what a way to cap their opening drive, Charles. We know he's one of the fastest receivers in the NFL, and he showcased it on that play.
And when you have a guy like that, you want to make sure the defense sees him early, right? You want to see how they're going to adjust, how they're going to try and guard him, because they can't replicate his speed in practice unless they've got one of the few guys who are as fast as he is. And all it took was one drive. He burned them, and I don't think it's the last.
And he won't be able to get the football away. He's going to be sacked. So they're unable to add on to their lead. Boy, I guess they're going to keep trying to put the pedal to the metal here. They're going to try an onside kick. And the Vikings able to recover. The hands team does its job. A second quarter onside kick there that failed. Is that something that maybe they had dialed up before this game started?
It feels like it, doesn't it? That they thought they had the right situation, you know, and the right approach in going after it. Also may signal that they feel like they have the superior team, that they can try these sorts of things and it won't come back and hurt them later.
First down, here's the run with Cook. He's got it to the 43 here.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Cousins now. They'll let this go for the end zone. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And the Saints are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Boy, the coverage there, airtight as he comes away with the interception.
Love that observation there because they were taking a shot at the end zone, but you're right about the coverage. Absolutely tremendous. And this, they could clip for a training tape. Staying with him down the field, locates the football in the air, and comes away with the interception. It's a tried and true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's sensed being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
3rd down, a shot here for Dalton. Got an open man, it's Olave. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down. Dalton's throw taken in by Landry. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 36. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that is incomplete.
Scramble drill there, partner. Some teams have some pretty good rules for it. Others are just saying make sure you work your way back into the sight lines of your quarterback, even if you take the play deep. And that's what they attempted to do on that one, unable to connect.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Dalton now to pass. Eluding the pressure right. Open man down the field is Landry. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 18 yards there, down to the 18 and a 1st down.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a 1st down with a nice throw.
Dalton operating in the red zone now. On this one, incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down. Another chance for Dalton. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Well, every point certainly counts at this stage of the game. But after driving so far, you absolutely know they want to finish it with 6 instead of 3.
3rd down from the gun, Dalton. And a big loss here as he's taken down. They'll try to pass on 4th down. Dalton forced out to his left. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And the Vikings are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. He got outside the pocket there trying to improvise, and he was calling for the ball downfield, but
he did call for the ball thinking that he was open, but I think the quarterback spotted him too late. And that margin that he had on the defenders, that got eaten up, and they came up with the interception.
A good start to the drive here as that's caught out on the left side. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Cousins. He's going to loft one deep left side here. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up, because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Now Cousins. Escaping the pressure right. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. And for the Saints here on third down, an extra defensive back on the field. Working out of the gun, Cousins. Got an open man, finding Jefferson. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. Set now to go for the third quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more because I thought
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. It's Cameron Dantzler who picks it. And the Vikings are going to take possession of the football. Not the way you envision things to start out the third quarter. One.
Not just the one that they operate off of to start the game. Nowhere on that script did it have that result.
Trying to fire up that running game with Dalvin Cook. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set them back for second down.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Now on second and 16. Cousins. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. They push him back 8 yards that time on second down.
Easy.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing fourth down.
And here's Ryan Wright now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Now this is fielded in the end zone. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Now this game, it has obviously been all about the defense on both sides of the football. Which offense is going to break through here? We'll see if they can do it on this drive. The last run got a couple. Here's second and 8. Again, it's Kamara. Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on third down. Passing, it's Dalton. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there that brings up fourth.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a fourth down. Well done.
Fourth down, Dalton wants to throw. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Dalton. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. Throwing again on 2nd down. Dalton steps away to his left. Catch here, left side, Thomas. And they're going to get this up to midfield. From midfield here, Dalton flushed out right. And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack. And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. Flush to his right. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
9th play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. So Dalton now. Buying time to his left. Five yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a 4th down situation.
Well, there were a couple of extra defensive backs in the game, so he really had nowhere to go with the football despite his search for an open receiver. So he has to take off and run for it, but he comes up well short of the line to gain.
They'll try on 4th. Here's Dalton. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. And he's not able to get away. He is stopped well short of a first down. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position. Cousins on 1st down. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. And the Saints are going to get the foot run out in this 3rd quarter of play. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Their D gets the INT. Now what can Dalton do? Oh, what a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Juwan Johnson from 3 yards out. And the Saints will add to their 4th quarter lead. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst. And if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
Rolling to his right. This one caught. It's the tight end, Hawkinson. And they move this all the way down to the 9. It's a gain of 35.
I'm pretty sure any quarterback will tell you it's nice to have a tight end that can stretch the field. And how about him right there, working in the heart of the defense, and they connect on a very nice play downfield, a combination of talent and toughness to go into the briar patch.
Touchdown, Vikings! Kirk Cousins on the connection to Justin Jefferson. And the Vikings have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. He was on point throwing the ball right there. He had the big play to get him down close, and then he delivers a touchdown pass on 1st and goal.
And you mentioned the big play that got him down close. I think that big play left them reeling a little bit. They didn't recover from it. And you know they always talk about having to have a short memory on defense after a big play against you. Looks like their memory was a little too long there.
And the Saints hands team able to rein this one in. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Well, he certainly thought he had an open look beyond the 1st down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Eluding the pressure right. That is hauled in by Michael Thomas. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. To throw here, Dalton. Escaping the pressure right. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, the connection they've had has been excellent today, but not on that snap. I think he was asking just a little too much as he extended that play, hoping for one more completion with it.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. Andy Dalton. Flushed out right. And this would have been intercepted if he could have gotten the feet in. He didn't, so it's incomplete. Boy, that one really could have turned this thing upside down.
Nice job escaping the pocket. And boy, he took the shot downfield towards the end zone, didn't he? Trying to go for 6. It just wasn't there against that coverage. They were ready to prevent the big play.
Here's Dalton. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And the Vikings are right back in this football game.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
And the 3rd interception thrown by Cousins. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And the Saints are going to take possession of the football. I know it appeared he was saying, hey, give me the football, I'm open, but I don't know if that's a pass that he should have thrown there.
Well, I don't think we've ever met a wide receiver that doesn't think he is open or is about to be open.
True.
So when you throw your hand up in the air and tell your quarterback, hey, I'm available, he's trusting that you are. In this case, he was not, and it turned into disaster for them.
Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. picked off by Chandon Sullivan. And the Vikings are right back in this football game. Well, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Back near the goal line, Cousins. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. The Vikings on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. To throw, Cousins. And that's complete to K.J. Osborne. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Cousins. He'll dump this off to Cook. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it's 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped.
And he's taken down here by the Saints. The sack coming from defensive end Cameron Jordan. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They face a critical 3rd down now, needing a score here in the late going. Third and long for Cousins. Completes this to Jefferson. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Cousins. And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. Marcus May with a pick, and the Saints have just about sewn up this football game. Well, you knew you had to take some chances here with the clock winding down, needing a touchdown to win it, and that one might have just sealed their fate.
Yeah, and that's the nature of the 2-minute drill. The offense trying to go downfield and make their plays. But defenses, they're sitting back watching everything that they do, but not too far back. They want to be in position to make a play on the ball, and that they did.
Flush to his right. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
The defender certainly didn't forget about him leaking out of the backfield. There was a guy ready and waiting to pick him up in coverage, and that throw had no shot.
Now Winston. And the catch made by Johnson. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Winston here to throw. And this would have been intercepted if he could have gotten the feet in. Instead, it's incomplete. Boy, that really could have turned this one upside down. All right, Charles, as a former defensive back, how disheartening to actually catch it, but just not be able to stay in bounds there defensively.
Well, extremely, because you know the rap against us defenders is that we're frustrated offensive guys who can't catch. And he caught it. Just couldn't get his feet down in bounds. It's that second part that finished off the play for him.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. It's Cameron Dantzler who picks it. And the Vikings are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line. Oh, my, how the tables have turned now. They were trying to salt this one away, but that interception, potentially a game changer.
And I just got to think to myself, at this point of the game, I know you've been aggressive. I know that's your MO, and that's fine. And all those teams that talk about all gas, no brakes, you better have the emergency lever to pull occasionally. They could have used it right there. They put themselves in a tough spot with that interception.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Cousins. And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And the Saints are going to take possession of the football. When you talk about making winning plays, that is a winning play at this stage of the game. To come up with that interception, huge.
I like how you identified that because most people think winning plays are the offense trying to get it done. In this case, nursing a lead, they found a way to make a play on that side of the ball and maybe finish things off.
Here's Winston. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And this is caught.